From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. From coast to coast to coast, Canadians have gathered to remember. Services in honor of Canada's war dead and veterans have been held in towns and cities across the country today. In chilly Montreal, Corporal Vincent Gabriel Lamar talked about his time in Afghanistan and how it affected his friends after returning home.
I lost lots of people after coming back. They just lost their mind and just sleep. And it's a poor suffering to be called.
Today marks 80 years since the end of the Second World War and 25 years since the entombment of Canada's unknown soldier. Power is being restored to some Quebec homes and businesses after a heavy November snowfall. Hydro-Quebec says it has about 1,000 workers out restoring power and hopes to restore most customer service by the end of today. The wintry blast knocked down trees, forced school closures, and created hazardous road conditions. Canadian Pacific Kansas City says a rock slide may be partially to blame for this month's derailment that spilled thousands of liters of jet fuel near a lake in the BC interior. CPKC's Mike Lavecchio told a community meeting in nearby Savannah an investigation could take years to finish.
We have seen reports suggesting a rock slide was the cause. That is one element which is being closely considered. That said, the cause of Saturday's incident remains under investigation.
He says testing is ongoing, but sampling of the lake water so far shows results within BC's source drinking water quality guidelines. Some Canadian travelers might find themselves caught in the travel chaos south of the border. Around 10% of U.S. flights were scrapped Sunday and yesterday. Hundreds of thousands of Canadians fly to and from the U.S. each month. Canada's greenwashing rules are being scaled back. The exact scope of the changes is still unclear, but they could eliminate the ability of environmental groups and others to challenge businesses' environmental claims. Many Canadians are preparing for a more modest Christmas this year.
Toys in every store.
The toys may be on the shelves, but the rising cost of living is expected to put a chill on holiday spending this year. A new survey from insolvency firm Harris & Partners found almost 72% of the more than 1,800 Canadians surveyed say they'll cut back on holiday spending. About 62% say they don't feel financially prepared, and more than half say they have anxiety about affording it. The firm says the numbers show Canadians simply don't have the room in their budgets to set aside cash for the holiday. Brenda Molina Navidad, The Canadian Press.
This is The Canadian Press. In sports, the Atlantic Division leading Montreal Canadiens entertain the Los Angeles Kings in NHL action tonight. Habs captain Nick Suzuki is expected to play after sitting out 2 practices with a lower body injury. There is plenty of Canadian content in the NHL tonight. The Ottawa Senators entertain Dallas. The Toronto Maple Leafs visit Boston. The Calgary Flames are in St. Louis, and the late game has the Vancouver Canucks hosting the Winnipeg Jets. In basketball action, the Toronto Raptors are looking to get back in the win column as they visit the Brooklyn Nets tonight. The Raps had a 4-game winning streak ended Saturday with a 130-120 loss at Philadelphia. And Spanish tennis star Carlos Alcaraz is 1 win away from securing the year-ending #1 ranking on the ATP Tour. Alcaraz rallied past Taylor Fritz today at the ATP Finals in Turin, Italy. Canada's Felix Auger-Aliassime is scheduled to face Ben Shelton tomorrow after opening with a loss to defending champion Jannik Sinner yesterday. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.